Good Tuesday morning, everyone. It's sure good to see you. Today we have lots of company. Oh, we've got, whatchamacallit? We have Elsie, a cow. We have Matilda the unicorn. Oh, we've got all our friends sitting together, and surprise, surprise, look who's back here. They are listening. All right. That was a close-up view of Miss Burke's hand, wasn't it? Oh, that was scary. Okay, here's another fairy tale for you today. Another fractured one, okay? See if you, at the end, can tell me what story this is like. The Three Little Wolves and the Big Bad Pig. You heard it. Little Wolves, Big Bad Pig. Here we go. Once upon a time, there were 3 cuddly little wolves with soft fur and fluffy tails who lived with their mother. The first was black, the second was gray, and the third was white. One day the mother called the 3 little wolves around her and said, "My children, it is time for you to go out in the world. Go and build a house for yourselves, but beware of the big bad pig." "Don't worry, Mother. We will watch out for him," said the 3 little wolves, and they set off. I think some of you may already have an idea what this book is like. Soon, they met a kangaroo who was pushing a wheelbarrow full of red and yellow bricks. "Please, will you give us some of your bricks?" asked the 3 little wolves. "Certainly," said the kangaroo, and she gave them lots of red and yellow bricks. So the 3 little wolves built themselves a house of bricks. Oh, that must be pretty secure then. They're going to be pretty safe even at the beginning. Yeah. The very next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of bricks that the little wolves had built. The 3 little wolves were playing croquet in the garden. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside the house and locked the door. Oh yeah, they locked the door. Very smart when you see someone bad coming. Especially if they have bad in their name. The pig knocked on the door and grunted, little wolves, let me come in." No, said the 3 little wolves. "By the hair on our chins, we will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. They are pretty safe. I just have a feeling, though, that something else is gonna happen. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. Oh, no, he wasn't. He went and fetched his sledgehammer, and he knocked the house down. The 3 little wolves only just managed to escape before the bricks crumbled, and they were frightened indeed. Oh my goodness, they were sure frightened. Whew. "We shall have to build a stronger house," they said. Just then they saw a beaver who was mixing concrete in a concrete mixer. Now you guys know what concrete is. It's kind of like what sidewalks are made out of. "Please, will you give us some of your concrete?" asked the 3 little wolves. "Certainly," said the beaver, and he gave them buckets and buckets full of messy, slurry concrete. Yeah, Elsie, can you believe that? Oh, yeah. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of concrete, like you said. So that's going to be like a house made out of a sidewalk. That's going to be very strong. No sooner had they finished than the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of concrete that the little wolves had built. They were playing battledore and shuttlecock in the garden, and when they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside their house and shut the door. The pig rang the bell and said, "Little frightened wolves, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves, "by the hair on our chinny chins. We will not let you come in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. Wow, look at that house. It's like a castle. Strong. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his pneumatic drill and smashed the house down. The three little wolves managed to escape, but their chinny chins were trembling and trembling and trembling. Oh my goodness, look what he's done. That is a big, bad pig, isn't it? Yes. "We shall build an even stronger house," they said, because they were determined. Just then they saw a truck coming along the road, carrying barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. "Please, will you give us some of your barbed wire, a few iron bars and armor plates, and some heavy padlocks?" they said to the rhinoceros who was driving the truck. Man, I've never seen a rhinoceros drive a truck before. "Sure," said the rhinoceros, and he gave them plenty of barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. He also gave them some plexiglass and some reinforced steel chains, because he was generous and kind-hearted rhinoceros. So the three little wolves built themselves an extremely strong house. It was the strongest, securest house one could possibly imagine. They felt absolutely safe. My goodness. The next day, the big bad pig came prowling around along the road as usual. The three little wolves were playing hopscotch in the garden. Oh, we are going to play hopscotch when we come back to school. Yes, we are. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside their house, bolted the door, and locked all 37 padlocks. The pig dialed the video entrance phone and said, "Little frightened wolves with the trembling chins, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the little wolves, "by the hair on our chinny chins. We will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He brought some dynamite, laid it against the house, lit the fuse, and... oh my gosh, what is he doing? Oh no! Dynamite makes things... oh no. The house blew up! The three little wolves just managed to escape with their fluffy tails scorched. What do you suppose that fancy word scorched means? There's lots of fire and they got their tails scorched. If you're thinking burned, you're right. "Something must be wrong with our building materials," they said. "We have to try something different." But what? At that moment, they saw a flamingo coming along, pushing a wheelbarrow full of flowers. "Please, will you give us some flowers?" asked the little wolves. "With pleasure," said the flamingo, and he gave them lots of flowers. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of flowers. Wow, do you think that's going to keep out the pig? We got about half and half, I see. Half of you think so, half of you don't. One wall was of marigolds, one of daffodils, one of pink roses, and one of cherry blossoms. The ceiling was made of sunflowers, and the floor was a carpet of daisies. They had water lilies in their bathtub and buttercups in the refrigerator. It was a rather fragile house, and it kind of swayed in the wind, but it was very beautiful. Next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of flowers that the 3 little wolves had built. He rang the blue bell at the door and said, "Little frightened wolves with the trembling chins and the scorched tails, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the 3 little wolves. "By the hair on our chins, we will not let you come in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. "Well, it's already blowing. It's not going to take much." "No." But as he took a deep breath, ready to huff and puff, he smelled the soft scent of all the flowers. It was fantastic. And because the scent was so lovely, the pig took another breath, and then another. Instead of huffing and puffing, he began to sniff. Can all of you sniff those flowers? He sniffed deeper and deeper until he was quite filled with the fragrant scent. His heart grew tender, and he realized how horrible he had been. Right then, he decided to become a big, good pig. He started to sing and to dance the tarantella. Oh my goodness, he's going to become a good pig. At first, the 3 little wolves were a little bit worried. It might be a trick, but soon they realized that the pig had truly changed. So they came running out of the house. They started playing games with him. First they played Pig Pog, and then Piggy in the Middle. And when they were all tired, they invited him into the house. Wow, are they going to be friends? Oh my goodness. That is awesome. They offered him tea and strawberries and wolfberries and asked him to stay with them as long as he wanted. The pig accepted, and they all lived happily together ever after. Wow. No one got hurt, and they were being kind. That is an awesome lesson to learn. Okay, it's been a great Tuesday. I'm going to hear you back. Same bat place, same bat station.